Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Global Business Update with TA. JBS, the biggest meat producer in the world, faced one of the biggest cyber attacks on their systems, shutting down most of their plants in the United States and across Australia as well. As their operations slowly get back to normal, the meat supplies to lots of countries around the world, including China, has been severely affected. At the same time, we are seeing the Prime Minister of Ethiopia in some really hot waters. Earlier, he was recognized as the Nobel Peace Prize winner. However, some of the crackdowns he has taken on the opponents and also some of the civil wars he has started with some of the neighboring countries like Ethiopia, that has led to the economic growth engine slowing down, investment slowing down, and so many other issues that the country is now gripped with. At one time, it was the economic miracle of Africa that was coming up. Still, the potential is very high, but just goes on to show lack of proper political leadership can definitely kill the economic momentum. Meanwhile, Nestle, a Swiss multinational giant known for its food brands such as Kit Kat, Milo, and etc., are once again in the news for the wrong reasons. And this time, it shows an internal report is showing more than 60% of their overall food items is actually not healthy. Now this includes 80% of food, 92% of beverages, and 99% of some of our favorite confectionery items are included in this list. What action are they taking about it? Only time will tell. But it just goes on to show that even the biggest of food brands can no longer sweep the health issue about their food items under the carpet. Group of 7 countries are taking a new initiative to develop a more greener supply chain route as a result of wanting to take competition to the Belt Road Initiative. Their logic being that the Belt Road Initiative of China is leading to a lot of environmental damage and also creating lots of debt traps around the world, and already hundreds of countries have fallen into this difficulty, and we see some of the G7 countries like Germany, France is interested to focus more on the African region. US is clearly interested in developing better relationships with Asia. As a result, the G7 countries is coming up with an alternative to the Belt Road Initiative. Stay tuned for more information on that in the future. The inflation and the economic growth diamond, we all know how that goes. Higher the economic growth, higher the inflation. Well, guess what? Economic growth is at an all-time high of more than 5.8%. Shows the world is rebounding slowly from the pandemic situation, although it's not happening at an equal pace around the world. The inflation, especially the last month, for the month of April, the global inflation was at more than 2.4%. Now that just goes on to show how much the prices are going up, basically of almost everything, as the consumption levels are slowly but surely returning to the pre-pandemic levels. Nike and Neymar's relationship, well, we all know it silently ended last year, but the real reason Nike states is a sexual harassment complaint made by one of their employees against Neymar. Neymar's manager, of course, says it's due to commercial reasons, this is not continuing, but just goes on to once again show even the biggest of sports brands are no longer willing to tolerate sexual harassment, and especially when it comes to one of their own. And finally, the cost of a 40-foot container of shipping goods from Asia to Europe just crossed the line of $10,000, the highest it has been. In fact, it's an increase of over 485%. Still, that just goes on to indicate the level of supply chain blockages that the world is facing right now. When will it end? Some say it will take about 9 months for things to ease out, but some of the incidents like the Suez Canal problem, and mind you, that ship, the Ever Given, is still in Egypt, not allowed to leave due to some of the legal battles. All these incidents are definitely spiking the prices of the global supply chains. That's it for this week. No matter what business you are in, stay busy, stay safe, and keep booming.